to assess the preparedness of Nigerian military in ensuring that the 2019 general elections are hitch-free security-wise, commission a systematic monitoring of the activities of the armed forces by deploying men and resources across the Federation. The theme of the monitoring was to gauge the level of preparedness and cooperation between the Army, Navy, and Air Force before, during, and after the elections. The report identified a couple of issues that were discussed under the following headings. Issues identified: the coalition of civil society groups on human rights and conflict management observed the threat of violence in the polity by paid politicians, merchants of desperate to turn the tide in favor of their sponsors. It was also observed that there are possibilities of attacks from terrorist organizations, especially in the northeast region of Nigeria. Third, there is also the possibility of outright provocation of military personnel in the southeast region by adherents of indigenous people of Biafra. Also, there is also fear of attacks by other politically motivated groups. Observations. It was, however, observed that the armed forces had deployed means quelling whatever uprising that may occur in line with the presidential mandate of ensuring that the human rights of every citizen of the country are safeguarded. The Chief of Army Staff must continue to ensure strict compliance with rules of engagement by the troops. In conclusion, the coalition of civil society groups on human rights and conflict resolution is impressed with the level of preparedness and therefore of the opinion that the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria are adequately prepared to deal with any form of violence that might erupt during and after the elections. The measures put in place are top-notch and in tandem with international best practices. Also, the level of coordination and cooperation between the various wings of the armed forces, that is the Army, Navy, and Air Force, is highly commendable. The coalition of civil society groups on human rights and conflict resolution will deploy its members to monitor the polls to measure the level of compliance by the military on the rules of engagement. Lastly, in doing this, plans have been made to deploy human rights activists, and other electronic gadgets that will aid in its monitoring exercise.